Welcome back to KHS Cougar News. I'm Sharon.
And I'm Olivia, bringing you this week's news.
Okay, let's get started. On this Friday, boys and girls soccer has a game at Lamar, consolidated at 4 p.m. Brigade has a dance contest this Saturday. Varsity baseball has a game versus Cy Springs at Kepner at 4 p.m.
Last week, there was a Great Gatsby Party event going on for the AP Language and Literature, and we asked the students what they thought of our school's Great Gatsby Party. Here's what they have to say.
If I were to explain the party to a 10-year-old, I'd say it's like a very fancy party with nice clothing, and it's very shiny balloons and very elegant, if they know what that word means.
The Gatsby Party is basically about bringing the 1920s to life, visualizing how it was back in that time, and yeah.
My favorite part about the party would probably be the decorations, because we spent time to make it look this good, and it looks pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, my favorite part about the party, I think, was the snacks. Yeah.
My favorite part about this party was the roulette table.
Have you ever been curious about what color guard is?
Isn't that just card JROTC?
No, that is wrong. Color guard is a sport that has really cute outfits and spins colorful flags.
Oh, that's cool. Let's take an inside look on how they prepare for competitions and how they work throughout the year.
Color guard contest season is officially underway, and behind every polished performance is a team putting in hours of long work before they even step onto the floor. Today, we're taking you behind the scenes to see how these performers prepare for their biggest competitions.
I usually warm up my body by stretching my legs. I feel like that helps me being more on my feet and be able to move more freely. And then for my arms with my equipment, I usually do flourishes or just go over the work that we have in our show.
Before a contest, we usually take apart the choreography to check if anything needs to be fixed. And then from there, we usually do no drop runs or we completely do a full run.
Some personal rituals I have before performing is with Priya, Chloe, we do a handshake and it gives us good luck before each competition. Shall we show them?
If guard has taught me anything, it's that if you put your mind to it, you can achieve anything you want, and to not let fear be a factor in terms of your performance and stuff like that. Like, don't let it get in the way of the way you perform and stuff, because tossing flag is really scary sometimes, and you just have to let go of that fear and just know that if you hit yourself, you'll survive, you'll be fine.
Something I understand now about preparation that I didn't understand my first year is that preparation leads to success, and without that, you can't have anything else.
While the performers focus on perfecting their routines, the leadership behind the team plays a huge role in shaping the season. The color guard director, Ashley Yin, plays a crucial role in the season. So now let's take a look at how she prepares the team for competitions.
During a stressful week, if they're not feeling confident, I just tell them they're good at what they do. Don't suck. Go out there, have fun. That's really what it is. If I'm stressing, they're stressing. If they're stressing, I'm stressing. And we just want to have a fun time. I don't care if you drop. I don't care if your equipment breaks. I don't care about any of that. But I care if you go out onto that field and have a good time. That's all we do it for. The trophy is the cherry on the cake, so to speak. But the experience and the family that we grow along the way is really what I want the kids to have. And so going into these contests, just have fun. So my main goal for the team each contest season is really to just grow as a person. I mean, both on and off the field. I really do want our kids to get out of their shell and to be more confident with themselves. And of course, to learn the skill set of doing color guard. However, all these kids come in here not knowing how to spin, so I teach them from the ground up. So I just want them to have fun. And I guess that is the goal. Have fun with what you're doing and fall in love with this activity.
7, 8. When the music starts, all the hours of practice come together. For just a few minutes, the team gets to show the story they built piece by piece. This is color guard. This is contest season. And for these performers, every rep, every bruise, and every late practice is worth it.
Now here are the sports sections where Lexi will be covering all the results and information that you need to know. Lexi, take it away.
Hi guys, it's Lexi. Last Thursday, the varsity boys baseball team fought hard against Randall and lost 7-5. The following day, they played against Fort Bend Christian Academy and lost 4-1. On February 21st, they played against Logos Prep Academy and lost 0-13. Later that same day, they battled Brazos High and took another loss with a 13-2 score. The most recent varsity boys game was played on the 23rd against Clear Lake, and they lost again with a score of 10-0. Now on to soccer. Varsity boys are dominating this season with a score of 2-0 against Terry on the 23rd and a 5-0 score against Marshall on the 24th. On the other hand, JV boys soccer is in an intense fight, winning 4-1 versus Terry on the 20th, but losing on the 24th against Freeman with a score of 3-2. In addition to this, the varsity girls soccer team battled Terry High School on the 20th, winning 3-0, and played Marshall on the 24th, winning 8-0. Last but certainly not least, Kempner varsity boys basketball went up against Westbury on Tuesday night in the playoffs and won with a final score of 70-63. Now back to Olivia and Sharon.
Thank you, Lexi. Today, we're introducing a new English teacher who's with us just for this year.
This school year, we got introduced to a new teacher, Mrs. Harris, and she's already become a familiar and trusted face. Even though she's new to our school, she brings years of experience from past professions and other campuses that show in every interaction, every decision, and every moment she spends supporting students and staff.
As a child, I always aspired to be a journalist. I watched Oprah Winfrey for many, many years, and I knew I wanted to be a journalist. Never in a million years did I think I would be a teacher. So when I was fresh out of college, I did work at Channel 11 for a couple years, and it just wasn't giving me what I needed. So I knew I had a minor in English, so I knew that I could always use that degree to fall back on. So I found an ACP program to get my teacher certification, and that's what I did. I started teaching. My experience at Kempner has been a wonderful experience. It's been truly a breath of fresh air. The students here are phenomenal. Behavior issues, I don't have behavior issues in my classroom. Of course, I have students that talk a lot, but it's an English class. That's what you're supposed to do. But overall, it's just been a very welcoming, relaxing experience from where I came from. Absolutely. This has been wonderful. I've taught at Sharpstown High School. That was the first school I taught at. Then I went to Stafford High School, Stafford Middle School, Thurgood Marshall, and then after Thurgood, I started tapping into my leadership roles in education. I think the issues that you deal with in HISD are completely different from what you deal with in Fort Bend, but I think Kempner just has kids who you have kids here who genuinely want to learn. They thrive off of being educated and learning and, critical thinking. So completely different.
As we continue to grow as a school community, we recognize the individuals whose presence elevates our shared work. This educator's experience, professionalism, and genuine kindness have already become a part of the fabric that is our school.
Upcoming next are the 3 things you need to know. The American-born freestyle skier who rose to the international fame after winning multiple Olympic medals, Eileen Gu, sparked controversy that her decision to compete for China is not unusual. Noting that athletes often switch national teams for personal or competitive reasons, he says the strong reactions to her choice overlook how common this practice is in international sports and reflect inconsistent expectations about national loyalty.
Mexico was on high alert after the army killed Nemesio Ruben Oseguera Cervantes, known as El Mencho, the powerful leader of the Jalisco New Generation cartel and one of the country's most wanted fugitives. His death immediately triggered violent retaliation across several states, with cartel members setting up roadblocks, burning vehicles, and clashing with security forces. Officials say the operation marks one of the biggest blows to organized crime in years, but they warned the unrest could continue as authorities work to stabilize the region.
President Trump delivered the longest State of the Union address in modern history, focusing heavily on the economy, immigration, and national security, while highlighting several emotional tributes. He promoted what he described as economic gains and outlined his policy priorities heading into the midterm year. The speech also included sharp contrasts with his political opponents, reflecting the broader debates shaping Washington.
That's all for news today. Like always, make sure to follow KHS_press on Instagram and Twitter to catch all the amazing moments from this week's events.
And hit that subscribe button and notification on KHS Cougar News on YouTube so you never miss an announcement.
Have an awesome week, Cougars. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome back to our ASMR channel. My name is Annalise.
I'm Van.
Okay.
Okay, me next.